baby, we got a jumbo episode for you this week.
We're talking about
Space.
We're talking about dates.
We're talking about the dating game. We're talking about blacking out drinking. We're talking about pierced penises. We're talking about love.
Deliverance, the film.
What else? We really went all over. Oh, poly. I hate poly people. I hate poly people. We're talking about Fat Slut this Friday in San Francisco at Oasis. Get your tickets at sfoasis.com.
And also my party on Saturday in LA. Get your tickets at drainyournet.com. But really, our friend Sydney comes on and tells us about space microbes.
Yes. Stoning really gives it to us this week.
Goodbye.
Oh.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom,
you end up with us. Sloppy seconds.
oh, diva.
Now, why am I out of focus?
That's your own business.
Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspot@gmail.com. Now on with the show. Hi, you slops, you stupid little fucks, you nasty little fucks, you dirty little fucks. Welcome to Sloppy Second with Big Dipper, Meatball, and that's Big Dipper.
A show ho 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 ho.
A show ho ho.
How are you?
I'm good. I went out last night. I wasn't gonna, but then I did.
And?
I saw a poorly attended event, but also it's Labor Day weekend.
Yes, we're recording this on the Saturday of Labor Day weekend.
And I think I forget that like holidays really do kind of ruin nightlife. Like people either and these are fags, and so everyone I actually know, every person I know except for you, is in Palm Springs right now, or they're heading there today, or they're in San Diego.
Yeah, it's like a beach. It's a beach.
They're both beachy, yeah. So everyone's
Palm Springs is not a beach, but
it feels like one.
What's happening in Palm Springs? Is there an event?
Nothing that I was interested in, but I think there are I think everyone just rents a house in Palm Springs and like has pool parties for their gay friends, and then I think generally that ends up with like a lot of friend-cest.
The theme of 2024. Friend-cest.
I did run into two people last night, and I went, "Did we make out the other night?" And one of them was like, "Yeah," and the other one was like, "Absolutely not. You asked me if I wanted to, and I kept saying no, but you kept asking," and I was like, "And I said yes."
You know what is fun?
Being out of focus.
I feel like you are the person that I initially met when I moved to LA.
What do you mean?
Like when I met you, you were sort of wild and crazy, and then you maintained your wildness and your craziness, but you sort of like settled down into like a more domestic scenario.
Yeah.
And so now,
well, I was dating a real bore.
You're
not the boar worm.
Oh my god!
No, I was
because I keep
I was
feeling
dating a
like
real snooze fest.
I keep feeling like wanting to be shocked at your behavior, but then I'm like, oh no, this is how you were when I met you. Like you used to projectile vomit all across a hotel room.
Oh yeah.
Remember when we filmed that tequila video and you just threw up in front of everyone and you were like, keep going, we'll keep going.
We'll keep filming. Yeah. No, I'm back to her. Although it's like
This is
Christina Aguilera's Back to Basics or whatever.
Have you ever done This Is Me where you just show photos of you like blackout drunk obliterated and just keep pointing to it on the screen?
To be honest, there's too many photos. So that would be too hard.
Oh man.
Maybe I'll do that in San Francisco this Friday. For Fat Slut San Francisco. Still a few tickets left. We will be selling tickets at the door, but I'm gonna tell you, you might want to just go ahead and buy them online.
Doorworms.
We have an incredible lineup, which will be announced.
You still haven't announced the lineup?
No, why would I?
I guess it is kind of fun. Wouldn't it be amazing if Fat
Okay,
Slut became this ubiquitous party that always sold out and you never announce the lineup and you just sort of see what happens if you get there? It's like a IYK
I just feel like
scenario.
I have good taste, so everyone should just understand that the lineup will be good and the show will be good.
Well, yes, of course, but how many times have you gotten on this very podcast and complained about the way the performers had performed? So even though you do have good taste, sometimes they come
Well,
sideways,
sometimes
from
here's the thing.
leftward.
Sometimes people want to. They go, "Oh, it's Fat Slut. Oh, okay. I'm gonna
I'm
try
gonna give them
something
that
new."
that good brunch
And I'm
night.
like, "No, don't try something new.
I'm
Do
gonna build a
do
castle on
do why
stage and
I
let them
fucking
let them know.
booked you for." No, okay. So the lineup is Bijou Bentley, Yaya the artist,
Oh
our
my god,
fave, Snacks, Loma Prieta, Baby or Betty Jane, Cheetah Biscotti.
you love Cheetah
I love
Biscotti.
Cheetah. Mud the Two Spirit, Mojo Carter, Militia, Cunt,
You are turning the
winner
party
of the
down
pageant,
there.
and also I will be bringing Bitch Pudding.
Wow, snaps for the girls.
Snaps for the girls. I did just realize that the hotel that I got is in the Mission, and every review of it is how there's so many homeless people in front of the building. But to me that doesn't bother me because I'm like, we're gonna be in the Mission. Like we're gonna be next to like all the restaurants and like all the cool stuff during the day. But like I feel like when people go and visit San Francisco and like stay at a cute hotel and then they see all the homeless people, then they freak out.
Well, because they don't want to come eye to eye with like the horrific institutional problem that we have in this country, specifically in cities like LA and San Francisco that have
Yeah.
displaced so many people into houselessness.
But it's just like it was a nice hotel that had a swimming pool on the roof and is like close to Oasis.
Well, it's probably a bunch of people who thought they were just going to go stay in a place where they didn't have to think about the real world issues
Yeah, well then
of,
don't stay in like the Mission in San Francisco. Like stay outside of San Francisco. Maybe go to Oakland.
or go to where Google is at, Palo Alto.
Mm.
They'll get you
You
with
know
that tech
Rubella?
money.
Oh no, it's Apple. She DJs for like Apple parties all the time.
Bella.
Bella.
She's a great DJ. She has like bookings that aren't your party.
I know. We're doing a show together on September 24th. It's a Tuesday and it's called Sad Songs. And
I
all
saw
of
you
us are
promote
gonna
that.
performing sad songs. Thoughts?
What are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna do Fiona Apple.
Okay.
Um, she has a song called Werewolf that's very good. And then I was thinking about
I thought you
doing.
would do a musical song for some reason.
No, that's this Tuesday. That's the day this comes out. I'll be at Tusicles
Oh, okay.
performing 2 musical theater songs.
Live with a hot mic. The mics will be on.
No, I considered though. I considered giving them hell, but
Or you
I'm
just
not
sing
gonna.
along. You could sing along to it.
No, I'm
That
just
way you
gonna
know
lip sync.
you're a little safe.
I'm
But
just
you
gonna
can give
lip
them some
sync.
of that vibrato they love.
I'm just gonna lip sync.
Okay.
What do you have going on? When's the next Drain Your Nerd?
I have so much going on. I'm so appreciative of you asking.
Go
Passing
for
the
it.
mic back my way. You know what I did last night?
Suck dick and cock.
No, I stayed at the house. I'm old. I like can't. Friday comes and I'm like, ooh, yes, couch time. I watched the Lee Daniels film Deliverance, starring
Glenn
Glenn
Close.
Close, and and Andra Day and
I just keep seeing clips
Monique.
of it. I keep seeing and Brandy, right?
No, Brandy's not in it.
Oh, what? She's in some new horror film. I just keep seeing clips of it and it looks insane.
Well, I was very first of all, you know me, I don't like spooky. So I was at my work computer, which is like 2 screens, and I had it over in one corner playing while I was like attending to other things because I was like, if I'm really in this movie, I won't be able to sleep today. And it was good. It painted a picture of Philly. Philly?
Philadelphia.
Yeah, it painted a picture of Philly. She was like a mom who had like a drinking problem and like a history of domestic violence, and they moved into this house that like had a demon spirit in it for hundreds of years, and it's sort of loosely based on, I guess, a true story, because at the end they like flashed a picture and it was like, our story is based on this woman, and then they like showed a picture of the house and they were like, this house got demolished in 2016, but there have been like ooky spooky things happening here on the property ever since then. And so it was really like a
I don't believe
demon
in that shit.
film,
I don't
but
believe
then
in
it
that
was
shit.
like, what'd you say?
I don't believe in that shit.
I know. Watch it behind you. Yeah.
Kill me.
The demons are coming. You're like,
Whoever's
bring
there, if I can do it. End
bring
it.
the demons on. No, but like, like clearly it was like a huge Christian propaganda film. But then it's like, is it, or is that just a genre of horror film? I'm not well versed enough to make the
You're
analysis.
versed?
No. I'm not well versed enough to make the analysis. Like, is there a whole part of horror film that is like based around, like, I know in The Exorcist, like it's a religious ceremony that excises the demons or the poltergeist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, is that in a whole genre? And like,
Yes, there's like a million exorcism movies.
but when you watch those films, do you feel like they're trying to let you know you should pray up and be good with Jesus so the demon doesn't come? Or is it just like, that's a way to get a demon out, is to use God? Because this film felt like, oh, you know what? If you have a drinking problem
Why are you pointing?
and
Are you
domestic violence in your family, then you're going to keep your guard down because you're not prayed up, and your kids are going to get demons inside of them. And then you're going to have to get right with the Lord in order to solve the problem. That was the thesis statement.
That feels
and
like...
also,
okay.
last thing I'll say on the film. Do you know that like Southern, I think she's like a New Orleans white woman with the bob who has the glasses, and she has a very like deep Southern accent, one might say, that doesn't align with her race, and she's on TikTok?
Because I'm a boss, that lady. She
Yes,
talks like
and
all
she-
my cousins.
Yeah,
she
and
has
she
like
also,
a deep South Louisiana accent. Which
like
is
Louisiana, which
yeah,
is like,
it's like
ooh,
too-
baby.
yeah,
They all
it's like
say, ooh,
too
baby.
hot. And like the O's are always like OU's. I cannot ever imitate my cousins, and I never understand what they're saying to me.
I saw this like Twitter thread that was like, apparently this woman is the basis of Glenn Close's character in Deliverance, and I was excited to see that. And maybe it was in the styling, but she didn't really do a voice.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh baby, I'm the boss. Like Dallas sends me videos of that lady all the time.
Yeah, because she sits on live and she talks. So there, I feel like there was like internet fodder that Glenn Close was going to sort of like be like her in the film.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I want to see what Glenn Close does in this film. But Andrea was great. She, you know, she's a leading woman. She holds a picture very well. Monique was fine. She is what she does what she does.
Oh, you don't think Monique is an actress?
No, I think she's an incredible actress, but in this film she wasn't really.
Oh, because she got your little degree. You remember that one?
Right. She wasn't doing that level of acting.
She wasn't giving us press.
She was like a stern CPS worker.
Remember when Mariah Carey was in Precious?
Yes, I remember that.
And everyone was like, is that Mariah Carey?
Oh, right, because she like didn't wear any makeup.
Yeah, she like just went in raw. And she was like actually a pretty good actress.
Yeah, I mean, if you've been in front of the camera your entire life, whether you're acting in music videos or putting on a brave face for an interview, like you at least know how to like find your light, deliver lines, and act like a person. Some people.
You didn't get that role in that movie. Sorry, I just woke up.
Well, cool. I think we should take a break.
Sure, I'm gonna get some water.
Anyways, it would be you. I think you might enjoy the film.
I'll watch it before I go on my date this afternoon.
Okay, let's take a break. If you love to shop, listen up! Have you heard of Rakuten?
With Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy. Just from shopping.
Exactly. Clothes, athletic wear, pet supplies. I'm talking about Gap, Adidas, and even Petco.
So I can buy a look, get new shoes, snag the cat some cute toys, and get cash back.
That's right. And you can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
That's cool.
It is cool.
But how does it work?
Well, partner stores pay Rakuten to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to the members.
Rakuten is really doing the most, huh? Love it.
Yeah, in the best possible way. Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. So, you can become one of them today.
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app to start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today.
And get yourself some Rakuten.
You know, lately I have been trying to keep my wardrobe simple. I want pieces that are comfortable, but they still feel like put together like an outfit, and that's why I'm always reaching for my Quince items.
The fabric feels elevated, the fits are clean, and Quince makes getting dressed so easy.
Quince has all the staples for spring, like 100% European linen shirts and shorts starting at just $34.
They're lightweight and breathable, but still look polished. I have a bunch of their Pima cotton tees, and they're super soft and easy to wear and very breathable for the summer, for the sweaty body.
I just rediscovered this pair of linen shorts that I have that are so comfortable from Quince. You know when like something gets buried accidentally? I pulled these out and I was like, what have I been doing? Not wearing these!
And the linen doesn't wrinkle.
Period.
Plus, everything is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands because Quince works directly with ethical factories and cuts out the middleman.
Refresh your everyday with luxury you'll actually use.
Go to quince.com/sloppy for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too.
That's QUINCE.com/sloppy for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/sloppy.
Get yourself some Pima cotton!
Quince.
Quince. At Quince.
Weight Loss by Hims is here to help you reach your goals.
Hims now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications that are designed to support you in losing the weight and keeping it off, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen.
GLP-1s help regulate your appetite and eat less.
With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise.
And no needles needed. Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1 pill for weight loss.
And through Hims, you can just go online where you'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if the treatment is right for you.
No insurance necessary either, and if prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door.
Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/sloppy seconds to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you.
That's HIMS.com/sloppy seconds.
hims.com/sloppy seconds.
Weight Loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS.
To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com.
And we're back.
So this week we did something great, or I guess it'll be last week by the time this comes out, but we did the live show, which was really, really fun. So
I had such a good time, and I got to make out with so many boys afterwards.
oh my God. I wonder how your date's going to feel about that. I
don't
hate
know,
poly people. I hate poly people.
I hate poly people.
Can you tell people about that before we get
There's
into
just this TikTok of this girl like walking through New York City, just screaming at her phone. I wish there was a way I could find it. Is there a way that you could like find TikToks that you already watched? Anyway, and she's just
Yes.
screaming at her
You
phone.
look at your
I hate poly
history.
people. I hate poly people. I hate poly people. I hate poly people. I hate poly people. And like everyone on the street around her is like looking at her because she's full volume screaming it. And that just kind of brings to my camera finally focused. I'm sorry, my camera was out of focus, everybody, and now it's finally focused. See, I gotta tell them what's going on.
Thank you.
It just kind of brings
learning lessons.
It kind of brings up something that we talk about. Well, me and you talk about it, and then a couple of my other friends talk about it. But they're just like, why does everyone have a boyfriend, and why do they wait to tell you until you're like on your way to their house or something? And then they're like, oh, just so you know, my boyfriend's here, but he doesn't mind.
I think, as queer people, we are really good at like inventing labels and really good at like language evolution and like cultural
I hate poly
shift.
people.
I think we need to have a new word for, and maybe the word already exists. I think we just need to like start using it with a different context. But like, I like to fuck older men.
Sure.
I have encountered so many guys who are married. Like
marriage,
like double decade, like being like deep in it married. And they're like, we don't have sex at all. That is my life partner who I care about, and I have no interest in separating from them, but we are not romantic. We do not do things together. We do not fuck each other, but that's my husband. And I'm like, I feel like saying,
that.
I don't like, I'm
when
not
did
like,
you get a double Scorpio fridge?
Oh. What?
I wanted one. I asked him for one.
Yes, I bought it.
Oh. No, I'm not going to do all that. It changes colors.
Yes, I own one. It's light up. It has a remote.
And the shelves come out. You can move them around.
Yes, but you see how oh my God. I don't want to talk about this on the show.
I just don't understand what you're trying to say.
Yes, because I have to physically show you, and I was in the middle of telling some other story.
Oh, right.
Commenting on a visual thing in the background of a video that people can't see.
Hey, everybody, there's limited quantities of this double Scorpio mini fridge. And frankly, you should all get one. But not before I do. Add to cart. Okay, finish your little story.
Oh my God.
Finish your little I kiss married men story.
It's actually your story talking about poly people.
I hate poly people. I hate poly people.
All I was trying to say is I think there should be like another classification, because I think it's a really cool idea that queer people can partner up with someone and merge finances and bring families together and buy property and like have a life partner. Those unique like pairings or groupings. Like I've heard of 4 or 5 people buying a house together that has multiple living spaces, and they're this like queer communal group, but it's not necessarily romantic. I think that's cool, and we get to like break those societal norms. But it always feels weird when it's like, well, my husband. I'm like, well, are you romantic with them or not? And like, is this crossing the line or not? People just need to get their shit together as far as like what their rules are.
Yes, because it's happened a couple times where it's like I end up making out with someone at the club, and then their husband comes at me sideways later, and I'm like, I'm sorry, who are you talking about? And they were like, okay, it was one time specifically, but he was like, you fucking made out with my husband, you sucked his dick? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, this is my husband, and he like showed me a picture, and I was like, how was I to know? He gave me no information.
Right.
We just started like, hey, I wasn't gonna be like, are you single? That's not really on me, babes.
Right.
Maybe talk to your husband about that, and like maybe y'all clear up whatever's going on over there. And I'm gonna be hanging out over here with my double Scorpio mini fridge. Okay.
Order. Well, why don't you tell people about the dating game?
I had such a wonderful time with the dating game. You did such a great job of hosting it and putting it together and really kind of wrangling all the contestants and myself.
We had 6 contestants.
6
The dating game
beautiful
happened in
contestants.
3 rounds. There were physical challenges. There were questions.
Now,
there
I
was...
do have one thing I gotta say, because there was one where I had to smell their breath.
Yes.
And did 2 of them just give me armpit? Is that the one that I said it smells like pizza?
One gave you armpit.
And then the other one's breath smelled just like the armpit.
Well, the annoying thing was your friends threw gum up on the stage, so contestants 2 through 6 all were able to chew gum before they breathed on you.
Which friends?
Minnie and Cheyenne.
That's rude.
Because I had mints on the stage that we were going to pass out to all of them after, but I wanted it to be a raw dog breath test.
So only one of them gave me raw breath.
Yes, it was number
contestant
one. And then contestant number 5 that you were like, what did you eat? They also didn't have time to put the gum in. Or I think they chose not to because they were like, I want it to be fair.
What did he eat? He wouldn't tell me.
No, they said Zanku chicken.
Oh, right. Oh, the garlic sauce.
And the garlic sauce, and then we had a whole conversation
Yeah,
about that.
it's
But
delicious.
the dating game was really fun, and Meatball turned to me on stage while someone was answering a question that
Yeah, I
she
stopped
wasn't
paying
paying attention to.
Yeah, who cares?
She looked at me and she was like, this could be a series. We could really do this.
I know. And then at the afters, we called it the afters. We just went to the bar next door. Alaska and Maureen were there, and they were both like, Maureen should be the next one.
Yeah.
And I was, because it could be girls and boys, is what Maureen kept saying. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that would be
Yeah,
fun.
I think it
But
could
I
be
also
really...
like the idea. I was talking to Mark about it, and he was like, no, it was really fun. And I was like, yeah, I think it would also be fun to like use our celebrity friends, like you were saying, and get like Lauren, and then it be like the babysitter game. And we try
I
to
think we
find them
could
a
find
babysitter, or we like
a dog walker.
dog walker, house sitters. Like, I think it could really grow into something and be like very funny.
Yeah, because I think I would have a lot more fun sort of behind the desk, reading out the categories, cueing sound cues, and like producing it, and let you just sort of
Those
bop
sound
back
cues,
and forth.
those sound cues you were hitting. Anyway, it was a great time. I don't think we recorded the audio, but I mean, we'll only use like the beginning of it, I'm sure.
No, I think I'm gonna go through. And anyways, if you're on Mom Plus Gold, you'll probably get a version of the show, something audio wise. I'm gonna listen through and see what translates. We did have them do some physical performance, and there was a couple, games that only made
where I
sense
had to
visually.
get them dressed. That
That
was
game,
funny.
that game could really work. I think I just need to be clear about what the instructions are. Because
What
I
were
was
the-
like, I told the guys, I was like, you have to stand like a mannequin and only move if she moves your arm.
Oh,
but
and I
think,
kept on being like, help me!
But I think
Help me get you dressed!
the actual instruction should just be like, have Meatball dress you, and and that's it, because it would turn into something fun no matter what.
Yeah. And I do have a date with one of the contestants later today.
Is it the person who won?
No.
So I hate poly people.
I hate poly people. I hate poly people. I hate poly people. No, but I do think that was a great way.
Wait, is Polly Pocket? Did she have like 1,000 partners?
Did you see that on Airbnb you can rent out a Polly Pocket house?
That's lit.
And it's just like open to nature. Like the bedroom is
it's like half the...
it's literally, it's just open. And it's like got all these plastic clothes. Like if you just get on Airbnb, the app, it's like the first thing that shows up. But
Polly
the bedroom is literally just like a tent. Like it's its own place, but it's like separate because you need to be able to close the fucking doors at night.
I love that.
Yes, Meatball dating game, a success in my eyes.
Yeah, and look, you said it live on stage. You're gonna fuck probably all the contestants.
All of them. Yeah. Every time one of them got disqualified, I literally was like, "Don't worry, we'll still fuck." And then I told them all, I was like, "Put your phone number on a piece of paper and drop it in my bag."
And did they?
Yes. And one of them used his bracelet and like stuck it to my bag.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, seems like a success to me.
I have fuck buddies.
Go off. All right, we're gonna take
people. I hate poly people.
Don't become one. Don't become one.
I will. I don't think I could. I don't have the. Okay, so there's this book. Oh
Well,
God.
okay. We have to take a break and get
There's
to
a
our
book about being
guest.
poly. I'll look it up, but I read it, and after reading this entire thing about like what your attachment style is and all this other stuff, I went, nope, not for me. And I was like, at least I've learned. I did the
Yes.
research. I tried it out. I thought maybe, well, I didn't try it out, but in theory, I tried it out in my brain, and I went, I'm not capable of that.
Well, then you're informed.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with open relationships, but not.
Okay.
I don't need three. I don't need a pack. I don't need a wolf pack.
Good
And
to
that,
know.
and on that, we'll be right back. And we're back. And we're here with a fan favorite. And by that, I mean,
Hi.
we talk about her all the time.
Hi.
It's Sydney Asher, sister of Ryan Asher, who we've had on the pod, right?
Brian Asher. Finally. Yes. She's my sister.
There you go. You're
She's
both
the sister of
you're
Sydney.
co-siblings
Yes.
with one another.
We're co-sisters.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we invited you here today because you've been talking a lot about space lately and how there are people trapped in outer space. And it's not on the news. I'm not hearing about it enough.
No, it's literally not on the news at all. And I feel like the more that I research, as you all know, like I'm addicted to the internet. I'm on my phone all the time. And so the fact that like as much as I've been Googling about space, nothing is coming up in my recommended, nothing is coming up in my For You page. And so I'm like, what is going on with space?
Oh, they're
Also,
suppressing it.
They're suppressing
They're
it. 'Cause
suppressing it. Literally.
we're leaving them up there to die.
Well, so okay, I've learned a lot, and I yes and no. And so back in June, these two people, Sunita Wilson and Butch Williams, went to space. They were docking on the ISS, and it was supposed to be an 8-day mission. And then, for whatever reason, they were like, "Just kidding, you can't come back." And so it was big news on Twitter for like 10 seconds. And I feel like part of the reason it was big news is because last year, as we all know, we had the submersible happen, and we all are now addicted to countdowns and people dying in like spaces they're not supposed to be in, which I think is why I automatically was like, wait, we got another countdown. Let's go. But then they stopped talking about it, and I realized the ship that they flew up there on was a Boeing ship. It was Boeing Starlink, which if you all I don't really know all the details about what's going on with Boeing, but they obviously had whistleblowers come forward being like, everything's unsafe, all the planes are exploding,
Right.
everyone's
Oh,
dying.
yeah.
And then all the whistleblowers got murdered.
Yes, I do.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
They died by
They-
suicide.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Allegedly. And so part of me was like, is that why we stopped hearing about this? Because it's more Boeing news. So I don't know. So I kind of
Whoa.
forgot about it. And then last week, Barbara Wire reposted something on Twitter that was, I forget what she was reposting, but she said, well, I know about the conspiracy theory and I'm all in, they're never coming home. And I was like, well, what conspiracy theory? And she never responded, which I absolutely respect. And so
Fuck
that
Barbara
led
Wire.
me on my own journey of hyperfixating on space. I also feel the need to tell everyone I have no credentials. I just am a citizen journalist. I just love to hyperfixate. I said, what the hell is going on? What is a conspiracy theory? So I looked it up, and the thing that I found was about mutant space bacteria. And everyone's like, they have mutant space bacteria. And I was like, what does that even mean? Especially coming out of COVID, it's like, what are they trying to bring back to Earth to kill all of us? And so there is, this is the sad thing where it's like, I don't know the name of what it is actually called, because I have one of those brains that like, if I don't know how to pronounce it, my brain will make up a word for it.
Sure.
And so it's like in the same way that E. coli is E period, it's and my brain filled in with E. burgundy. So I call it E. burgundy. That's not its name at all. But so there's this new bacteria. We have versions of it on Earth. There are like 8 versions of this on Earth, but somehow up in space, there are 13. It's just like, wait, how does that happen? And so as I'm researching, Astronauts, of course, they're trying to get humans farther into space. They're trying to get us to Mars. And so in order to do that, we have to know how the human body reacts to things. We have to know how. So we send microbes up to I had no idea. We're sending microbes up into space all the time to study them. However, people, things were all covered in them. And so they brought microbes on purpose, but then whoever showed up in space also covered in microbes brought other ones that are not supposed to be up there. And so those are the microbes that are mutating, are the ones that we did not bring on purpose. And so in the space station, since it has been up there, about 300 people have been in and out. So that's 300 people's and ships, all of our microbes are up there, and that's what's mutating. And I read that they are mainly found in the bathroom and on the exercise equipment that everyone has to use. That's the
duh.
area. Yeah. Exactly. And so I'm like, okay, conspiracy theory, we're all going to get this mutant superbug that is resistant to every single medication, basically, that we have and we use to treat everything. So we're all going to die. And that's what the conspiracy theory is. But as I am reading, I'm like, wait a minute. So there are approximately 7 astronauts up there at all times, not just American, it's international. So it's from everyone. And they kind of cycle out. Right. And so it's like they cycle out like every 6 months or something. So like, baby, the superbug is on Earth. Like we already have that. Right. So I'm kind of like, all right, that's not okay. Interesting. And so back to the people who are trapped in space. So I, in my mind, am like, well, they have the superbug. That's why they're not coming back and they're all going to die up there. But that's not the case. And NASA was like, yeah, like we're like worried about that, but like it really only affects like the immunocompromised, which I'm kind of like, fuck you. 1, 2, that's like, especially after COVID, baby, that's everyone. But okay, great, thanks. And so now, so Boeing Starlink, that's the ship that flew them up there. It failed because it had some thrusters that failed, which is what like pivots them and gets, I think, again, I have no credentials. This is what I've put together. This is what I think
is
I'm
the
learning.
ship still up there?
Yes. And
they're trapped.
They are.
No, but they're on the space station,
they're
dumbass.
on the space station, and it's docked in the space station. And so now that I am, an expert on space, basically it is safety protocol for anyone who flies up there. The ship has to stay there just in case, like, it explode. They have to be able to escape. And so their ships are their like emergency safety net. And so this ship is still docked, and they are going to autonomously fly it back in September. And the reason they're not putting the people on is because they're having, of the 28 thrusters on it, 5 of them are not working. And again, that's kind of what pivots you and gets you into space. And so I don't know anything about coming back into the atmosphere, but everything catches on fire or something. And so I think they have to be able to move it around and get it in the right airspace so it doesn't blow up. So that's one of the issues. And then there are helium leaks. There are at least 3, and they don't really know where they came from. And I'm like, yeah, because Boeing. And also, in my mind, I'm like, okay, but it's NASA, right? Like NASA has a million different rocket ships that they can send up there. Why don't they just send another one? But now I know they can't because they don't own the rocket ships because we're privatizing everything. And so all of the rocket ships are owned by these private companies that don't have any kind of government regulation, kind of like SpaceX. And so they don't have a rocket to send to them.
So I heard that SpaceX...
So is Elon going to try to go save these people?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, God.
Yes, he is. And the thing that is crazy, and I've done so much research and really lost my mind the past few days learning about this. He has sent his ships up multiple times already successfully and come back. And so he was saying, like, yes, the next crew to go up there, they're all going up there. And we will bring them home, but y'all just have to wait for us to finish our experiment and come home when we're already coming home. Because again, it's like a law or some kind of safety regulation that they have to keep the ship there as their emergency exit, essentially. So that's why Elon is going to bring them home. Of course, the suits that Boeing designed only work with Boeing ships. So like their spacesuits that they have don't even really work with Elon's spaceship. So I'm assuming they're going to have to bring new ones of that. But
this is crazy.
The other thing that is crazy to me, like when you see astronauts in space, you see them like all their hair is floating and there's no gravity and blah, blah, blah. And so my new kind of conspiracy theory is less about the space bacteria and more about the fact that, like, in order to get humans further, which I am fully in the train of thought, like, yes, it's interesting, it's fascinating, but I'm horrified by outer space. Baby, we are not meant to be up there. We are
No.
not supposed to be up there. We're not supposed to know, okay? Same with the ocean. We're not supposed to be down there. We're not supposed to know these things. And I'm at peace with that. And so they're trying to send these motherfuckers to Mars, which, like, okay, have fun with that. And so they have to study the impacts of the additional gravity and the additional radiation and the UV rays that we're not supposed to be around. They have to know what extended UV rays, radiation, anti-gravity does to the human body in order to, like, be able to help it. So when we inevitably are, like, dying or have some kind of freak accident inside of our body go wrong, they have to know how to fix it. You know what I mean? So, like, in your body,
God.
not only is your hair floating, but everything, like, down to the cellular level, everything
your organs
interacts.
are just floating.
Exactly. Their organs are floating, their organs are shrinking. The Sunita Williams,
Shrinking?
baby's shrinking. Everything is shrinking. And if you look at the pictures of the two people, and it's not just them, there are people, again, who have been up there for like 6 months at a time. Like, that's not necessarily abnormal. So going back to the two people trapped in space, they went up in June for an 8-day mission. Now they cannot come home until February of 2025. And so, of course, I'm like, I would be horrified what's going on. And NASA's like, oh no, they love it. They love it up there. They're so happy to be doing this. But I'm also like, are y'all forcing them to be human experiments? Are you all making them have to, like, see? She has space anemia. She is losing red blood cells. I think that's what anemia does. So insanely quickly.
Space anemia? Is that something that they all deal with?
Space anemia. They all deal with it. I realized yesterday that you can read the blogs of the people on the ISS right now. Like, they do a daily
You're
blog.
sick.
So I was
You're
like,
sick.
wait,
You're in there
what?
reading
And
them
so,
every day.
I have a problem. And I also famously don't read. Like, the fact that I am reading academic journals and NASA space blogs is like, what the fuck is happening? What is going on?
I feel like
I'm
you
unwell.
have missed out on your calling. Like, I feel like there's some job that involves like you could become a space reporter. You're so passionate about it. You've communicated
Right.
so clearly. The last question I have, because obviously we're going to keep our eyes on this. It just seems like so horrendous, and that the spin from NASA is like, no, they're loving it. They're astronauts, so why wouldn't they want to be up there for 9 months? My question to you is, I saw you posted something on your story about space law. Who is in charge of the laws up there?
That's a great question. And I'm honestly still a little bit confused. But the reason that space law started is that when the space race was happening and everyone was trying to get up to space, like, first.
Send the chimp in the rocket.
We got to do it. We got to
get the fag off the TV. Send the chimp in the rocket.
And so it was one of those things where, like, people just started shooting shit up into space. But, like, inevitably, depending on how high it goes, like, it has to come back down. And at that point, if it hurts anyone or ruins anything, they have to, like, be able to hold people accountable.
Right.
And so, like, the rules that I remember, because I was just briefly on the space law Wikipedia page, but, like, one of the big ones was anything that gets sent up into space, a country, like, legally assigned to ownership of that thing, so that when it fails and inevitably falls back down to Earth and kills someone, we know who we're suing.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Baby, we need to stay out of space. And and the ocean. Also, I read somewhere there might be aliens at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, I know there are. I'm not a conspiracy theory girl, but that is one that I'm like, the aliens are here. They're here. They're down there.
And they're in the ocean.
Have you seen Luca?
Oh,
sorry.
Have you seen any of them? Like, no.
We're not
and
doing
I
that.
think my thing about aliens is I think that time works very differently for them, so that they're like, oh yeah, we've been here for a day or two, like, in their brains, like, just sort of sussing it out. And for us, it's been like since, the early 1900s or exactly. Well, I'm thinking about like documentation, right? Like, everyone's like, oh no, the 50s and then this and the Men in Black era and like all this stuff. And I'm like, they've been here for like 2 blinks of an eye, according to them. And they're
I'm
like,
into it.
they can see the
I love
future and
that.
they're like, oh, they're all going to kill themselves and die out either from pollution or war. And then
Which is
we'll
why
just
they're
be
staying
good
away.
to go. Yeah.
Exactly. They know something that we don't know, which is that we are not meant for this, and we are not
Yes.
meant to know, and that is for the best.
And they were like,
well,
oh,
I read
great.
a thing.
Tim
I read
Jobs
a thing
is
that
here
we are
and
their
everyone is- sorry.
experiment.
Go ahead.
I read a thing that we are the aliens experiment, and that's why they're like down in the ocean. And
I
like,
buy it.
whenever you see a ship, they always disappear and go down. They're always going into the water.
I'm in. I buy it. I buy it. I buy it. And I
Yeah.
feel like an experiment. Like, do you not feel like a science? It's like, what the fuck?
Well,
is
Oh,
happening?
every
What?
day when I'm walking
Huh?
around and I'm like, everyone has their own life. Everyone's doing their own thing and thinking their own
Yes.
thoughts.
Or
We
do
shouldn't
they?
be here.
But they do.
We shouldn't be here.
And it's very
I'm not
like,
supposed to know.
they can see the timeline and they're like, oh yes, okay, the iPhone is here. So that means like we're closer to demise. Oh, everyone's got tech neck. They're like leaning into the social media of it all. Oh, they're all gonna kill each other. Oh, the Karens have arrived. Thank God we're almost at the end. You know what I mean?
Right, we're doing it. We're so close, girlies.
We're so close. And then it's gonna be like a fucking what are those natural disaster movies where the earth rebuilds itself? Oh, like The Last of Us, when
Absolutely.
they like walk through the fungus land and they're like, oh, everything is lush and the air
Or
smells
Station
clean.
35 or whatever that was.
Yeah,
I
Station
I started
11.
watching Fallout and things like that, and watching the opening episode where they have like the nuclear war start, and then they're all living down in the hatches. I'm like,
We're like,
I
bring
think about that
bring
all
on
the time.
cyanide
Because
pills,
remember,
baby.
all these people are like building like deep down hatches and like
Monkeys.
Mhm.
bunkers and stuff. And like
Mhm.
billionaires have these huge bunkers. And it's like, what do they know?
Oh, they just know. They just know. And it's the people who are like, I want to survive. I want to get there. I'm like, literally, I will kill myself. Kill me
Oh,
first.
sure.
Let me die with the masses. I love to be a part of something. Let me be one of them. All right, let's go.
Sydney, I know you famously don't read, but I do have a book recommendation for
Please.
you.
I love an audiobook. I famously don't read, but I love to listen.
Okay, it's called Manhunt.
Hmm.
And it is by Gretchen Felker
Wieners.
Martin.
Hmm.
And it is a horror film. I mean, it's like a horror book about a future where testosterone in men becomes a virus and turns men
No.
into like gnarling,
Mhm.
like, and so
Y'all
the
already
main
there,
characters,
but yes, absolutely.
the main characters are these young trans women who like hunt down men, cut off their testicles, and then eat them.
Didn't they make
because-
this a movie?
I don't think they made it a movie.
There is a similar kind of it's a comic book called Why the Last Man that has a similar, it's not quite that, but the men all get a virus and die, so only women are left on
Yes.
Earth. And there was a Hulu show about that.
Okay, well,
maybe
this
that's what it
is
was.
this is like from a trans perspective. It
I'm
is
upset. Yes.
it is so good, and it involves a billionaire bunker.
Okay, work. Okay,
Manhunt.
work. Yeah, I just am like, bunker life, not for me.
No,
Not for
couldn't do
me.
it. I don't want to be down
And-
there. I don't want to be eating canned food for the rest of my life.
Disgusting. I already can barely do that to begin with, and I'm still alive.
I do like
and
tuna.
That is the only one. That's the only one.
Well,
Um,
okay, baby. But have you put tuna on a tomato sandwich?
Okay, the thing is, no, but the thing is, I would. I've been doing tomato and sharp white cheddar, a sharp Vermont white
I was
cheddar.
putting
Ooh.
cheddar. Okay, I was doing cheddar. Also, get into this. Get the you put a little mayo, but then also get the garlic spread from Trader Joe's, and you
Yes.
put that on there. It's like
Yes.
another level of tomato sandwich.
Yes.
What's the bread?
Oh,
Ooh,
sourdough.
I am a sourdough through and through.
Okay.
Sourdough. They agree. They agree.
Sourdough.
Also, how do you feel about poly people?
Sourdough, hands down.
Sharp subject change to the left, but calling back to our earlier segment. How do you feel about poly people?
Answer is like, I'm one of those people who like, I have a lot of friends who've experimented with it. I don't know if any of you ever watched Arrested Development, but whatever that joke in Arrested Development where it's like, yeah, it doesn't work for anyone that I know, but like it might work for us. That's how I feel about all y'all. But
Well, not me,
also,
baby,
like,
not me.
No,
I just
I meant the general
oh,
all y'all, not all y'all specific.
she said,
But
"Get the
I
fag
am a
off the
listener. I
TV."
know how it goes. But it's not for me. The thought of having to regulate
Yeah, multiple relationships is crazy.
and handhold them about what I'm doing and who I'm talking to is crazy. It's not, I mean, like, if it works for you, if you want to do that, absolutely, Queen Divas. Yes, I love that for you specifically, but
No, it's
no, thank
crazy
you.
to your own personal bandwidth, like your perspective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me personally cannot do that.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
No.
happy for my friends that are able to do that, and
Exactly.
I'm in awe of their ability to do it
I'm in awe of you. That is exactly the word.
because I cannot. I
No,
don't know why I keep
have to
bringing it up,
leave
but
work
I just finished reading this book called Polysecure, and so it was trying to convince me to be poly. Well, it was just trying to explain to me poly, and at the end of it, I kind of put the book down and went, "Well, no."
Oh my god. Well,
Yeah,
listen. Thank you so much for talking to us
You.
about space.
I've been holding everyone hostage about this because, like, if I have to think about it as deeply as I currently am, so the fuck do you.
Okay,
Also,
so
like, no one's talking about it. We need to know.
no one's
Yeah.
talking about it. So basically, the conclusion that we've come to is that they're not afraid of the space bug.
Yes.
That baby already down on Earth somewhere.
She's down here. Like, they didn't
She's
say
down with
that,
the
but, like,
aliens.
I know it.
Yeah.
Yes, the thing that we need to keep our eye on, Elon
Is
Musk
Boeing.
literally, supposedly today, is about to do the first commercial space walk, which is like the Ocean Gate, but in space.
That's
And
insane.
I really, not that I root for people's demise, but I'm actively like, let them explode. We're not supposed to be doing this. Billionaires should not be up where they're, no.
No one's
They're going
supposed to
even
be up
beyond
there.
the space station into even, I'm thinking too much about this.
He's going
space.
in deeper?
Diva. They're going in some of the deepest space that, like, humans have been there, but not really. But the best part is it's a 4-person crew. They have some experience. When they open the ship, there is no airlock. There is no airlock, which means that literally, they could all be sucked up. And it's supposed to launch literally. I learned about this 2 days ago, and I was like, this must be years off, baby. It's happening at 2:30 this coming morning in my time. 3:36 a.m. Eastern time.
Wait, and so what is there a pilot? And so when they open the ship, those people will get sucked up and die, and then the pilot returns?
Yeah.
Girl.
I mean, they clearly have to be like strapped the fuck in because they're all going to be subjected to it, but they're tested. I'm just like, what the hell are you doing? What the hell is wrong with you people?
Baby
I don't know.
girl, what's
I mean,
your
we're talking.
deal? Like, leave it alone.
I mean,
Leave
we've
it
talked
alone.
about how Boeing is bad, but baby, have you heard about how terrible the fucking Teslas are built? They're like not built right.
The Cybertruck yesterday that I saw, Cybertruck hit a fire hydrant, burst into flames. They try to put the flame out. They successfully do. Everything is soaking wet. The fire comes back. Right near
It's the bat.
Bass Pro
It's
Shop.
that fucking bat right near Bass Pro Shop.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well,
We
thank
did
you
it,
so
Diva.
much for your time.
We did it, Divas. We're doing great.
I
don't know
applaud
what
you
we
for
just
getting
did.
up every day with the amount of like just like awful like world news that there is and how much of it you consume. It's really amazing that you get up every day and watch an Emma Roberts film when you can.
She watches Twilight.
Baby, Space Cadet on Amazon Prime. I'm not
starring
sponsored,
Emma
but
Roberts.
When I tell you, starring Emma Roberts, playing a character named Tiffany Rex Simpson, lying on a resume to become an astronaut. The fact that this came out as I'm really into space right now, it was meant to be one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. 10 out of 10. I loved every second of it. Highly recommend it. Will change. The amount of hair jewelry that she wears in that movie is incredible. Amazing.
I love it.
I love it.
But yeah, the nihilism is all the psychedelics I took in college. I'm just here to have fun, okay? I just want people to know things. And again, if I have to fucking know it, so do you. It's only fair.
Just here to have fun and pass out a bag of tampons to a whole bunch of drag queens.
Listen, when I realized, I was just like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. You've got to be kidding me.
Wait, what?
At the Drag Night Chicago show, and then we'll end the segment. But at the Drag Night Chicago show, Sydney came and she made like elastic.
The Swifties are onto something with the
Taylor Swift-esque beaded bracelets.
Bracelet.
custom for every performer with their names on them. Very sweet. And when Detox and Willem were singing Chow Down, they passed a
Mhm.
Chick-fil-A bag around.
Mhm.
And so
Okay.
people were putting tips in there. And so Sydney was like, oh, I'm going to put my gift in there.
And
so
I
she
had
does.
them in a bag that was in the same type of bag as the tampon.
Well, so she puts her thing in there, and then the bag gets passed back. And as everyone's leaving, I'm by the front door saying like, "Thanks for coming, thanks for coming." We see each other, we say hello, and then she goes, "Oh my god, okay. Is there a bag of tampons back there?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she pulls the bracelets out, and she goes, "I was meant to put this in that Chick-fil-A bag, but and so I go back, and Willem is sitting there counting out the dollar bills,
And there's a giant bag of tampons
just sitting on the table, and I was like,
it was
yoink.
not an insult. I had
Right after
bracelet
right after Detox said
a
I'm
matching bag,
trans.
and so
Wow.
bitch,
Wow.
literally, and I was just like, actually, this tracks. This is absolutely this is what's going on in my life right now. And I had the bracelets in a matching bag, but I then was like, well, if I see people afterwards, I don't want to have to dig them out of this tiny bag. So I pulled them out of the bag to hand them to you, Big Dipper, which is why they weren't in the bag. But yeah, mixed up my tampon bag and my bracelet bag. A classic mistake.
Obsessed.
Classic mistake.
Well, thank you so much for being here and talking to us. It was great to
Genuinely
chat with
honored.
you.
Thank you so much.
We're gonna keep an eye on space.
Please, and I will let you know. As a space lawyer, I'll let you know.
Please do. Thank you so much.
Thank
If
you.
you want-
Have a
if you
beautiful
want-
day.
Is your Instagram public, or do you accept
Oh yeah,
people?
it's public.
Oh yeah, if you want to follow along in the wild and crazy stories, go on and follow Stoned Stoner Stoning.
That's
Stoning.
stoner, stoning. Also, buy they stone sunglasses and
I
shoes
do.
and
Please,
cigarette
I
or
work
lighter
very
covers.
part-time at a music school. Help me.
Okay,
So get
thank
into it. All right, thank you. Goodbye. And we're back.
You asked me before when Drain Your Nut was, and in fact, it is this coming week. Saturday, September 7th, Drain Your Nut is back at the warehouse in Duarte, and baby girl, we are doing butt sex. Gay faggot shit. Dudes sucking dick and licking burls, and there will be slings so you can do whatever you want.
So pop a Viagra and get into it.
It's a sex party, in fact. So come on down. DrainYourNut.com has all the tickies. We have a day group on Saturday, September 7th, and a night group on Saturday, September 7th. And if you like to jerk your cock with a bunch of other bros, then come on down to the beta group on Sunday, September 8th. You know what I mean?
Yes. I
Great.
see I let you get through an ad and I didn't say anything.
I appreciate it. Your eyes were in the back of your head the entire time.
This is my life.
Do you know that Bon Jovi song?
It's my life. It's now or never. I'm gonna live forever.
Why do they put so much sugar in drinks? To control us?
Listen, I don't want to get back on more conspiracy theories, but there's so much sugar. Like, remember, did you ever see that thing where the teachers would put like a can of Coke and then how much sugar is in it? And then you're just like, what? Which is why I generally like try to stick to ice water now.
The new excuse me.
Or tequila soda.
Too much
I wish
sugar.
there was a way you could get drunk without consuming so much sugar. Because I do tequila sodas.
Is there a lot of sugar and alcohol?
Yeah. It's mostly sugar.
Oh. I don't know. For me, I mean, I eat the equivalent of the amount of sugar you consume from drinking tequila. I eat the equivalent in cakes.
Wait,
and
I might be
cookies.
lying. How much sugar is in alcohol? Beer has no sugar. Oh no, it says, but some have more than others. Let me
Oh,
look at
that's
how much.
what a great answer. Some, you know what? Some have more than others.
Listen, that's what fucking. I need to go on a deep dive. Tequila has no sugar and no carbohydrates per 1.4 ounces. This is a standard shot. So I guess tequila is low in calories, about 97 calories per shot. Whoa! And baby, I'm doing multiple doubles
Yeah, so like 4,000 calories
in a
of
night.
tequila. No, that's an insane amount of tequila. That's like, I don't know, 20 shots.
I might be hitting that. One night I accidentally drank a
Hey,
whole
fuck.
bottle of tequila and didn't know. Well, I knew when the bottle was empty.
Hey, fucks. So this is in regards to the New York City drag $100 per show discourse. I have a friend who in New York City dog walks, and they make about $800 a day just walking dogs.
walks.
And I just wanted to comparatively, like they could make more than what a queen is making who has been established and talented, and they just started doing that too. So that even tells you like skill level, experience, the queen should be getting paid more. Like, all right, that's it. Goodbye.
Yeah, but people will pay like out their ass for their animals. You know what I mean?
Yes, but that isn't the point at all about this call.
Well, yeah, what I'm saying is that the bars do not care about the drag queens. Like people care more about their dogs than the bar owner cares about like his own employee.
Right.
Well, what I hear is that these drag queens better strap on some cute little shoes and start walking dogs during the day and then wearing their little dogs out at night, wearing a pair of heels. Talking about their feet.
I also think something that is not being discussed in the discourse about all of this
Uh-oh.
is
Give it
that
to me, Gina.
because there is a market now for a famous drag queen, people are not packing the bars on a Thursday night to see a local queen. They're waiting until the touring show comes and then they'll pay $80 for that ticket, and that's where they're spending their money. Do you know what I mean? Like, so drag,
And also, no one has money anymore.
right, drag on a whole is up as far as the money goes, like and exposure and opportunities. But because now it's not just 4 famous drag queens, there's 100 or 500, it's like those people are getting the more attention. And so even if you are established, if you are considered like a local working girl,
Working girl.
it's crowded, it's hard. That doesn't mean I think you should not have a livable wage. I think the equivalent of that is like really people should be baseline getting $200 or $300 just to show up to run a night. But if there's only 10 people who come and they drink and that's it, the bar's not making enough money to pay that. So it needs to be equal and fair, and it should be more, but I think it can be tricky when the field is what it is. But then the bar shouldn't give the opportunity to be like, you can run a drag show here, but there's no audience. Like, that shouldn't happen. I think a lot of people would rather stay home than work for really shitty money.
Yeah, or like walk a dog.
Right.
Hey, Dipper, hey, Meatball. I work for a biotech company, and you guys were talking to Fina about all her extra skin, and we source that stuff, and it's used for, like, topical tests for, like, drug development.
Ew.
So, like, people that have psoriasis or eczema or whatever, if they're developing drugs, we source all that. So we get in, like, big old tummy tucks and use that stuff to test drugs. Just want to let you guys know. Goodbye!
No. I want to sign something that says that skin goes straight into a dumpster. I don't want no one testing nothing on my skin.
Why? It could help people.
I would want, okay, well then I would want money for it.
There you go.
I would
There should be a box that's like, oh, I get a rebate or a discount on my procedure. I get cash back on my tummy tuck because we're selling off the skin, baby girl.
Exactly.
That's crazy. But I guess it makes sense. Like, how else are you going to test the drugs? Do you know about TSW?
No, what's that?
Topical steroid withdrawal.
Withdrawal? And baby, they get wild looking. Yeah, I was following a guy on TikTok who was going through it.
Because they just pump us full of drugs. Like, I feel that, like, about allergies. Like, I lived with a cat for a really long
Did
time.
you know that you
and
can,
I
if
have
you
an
take,
allergy pill, and I had to take a daily allergy pill to live with the cat. And I have if I don't take it, like, my
now
skin starts to crawl.
you get itchy? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching a lady on TikTok. She went to go get an allergy test, and they were like, nothing was happening. And she was like, well, yeah, I take a Zyrtec every day. Like, for the last 5 years, I've taken one every day. And they're like, we can't take one for like 5 days. And her whole TikTok was about how she felt like everywhere was itchy. There was no relief. And I was
Uh-huh.
like, maybe don't take it. Like, maybe just deal like with your allergies.
Right. But if dealing with the allergy is taking the allergy pill.
No, I mean like I'm allergic to grass. So like anytime I'm like out in a park or something, I start to get a little messy, but I'm not going to take an allergy pill. I'm just like, all right, this is what happens.
Well, what if your job was mowing lawns?
I'd probably be getting paid more than a drag queen in New York City.
Oh my God.
Hey, faggots. I just had to stop what I was doing and call because of the Pierce Dick comment. Y'all know me as the big Dick Pierce bottom leather queen at a certain bar that Meatball has been at. Seems daily now. Lately, you've had me with Meatball. You know who I am. I just want you to know, as a person who has taken many a Pierce cock and also put my Pierce cock in a few people, there's never been a ball missing, a Pierce missing, but I will say, if you want to try it, it's something that people either love or hate. There is no in between. Goodbye.
Now, was he offering?
I don't know. You know this person. They might be part of your friend list. He said multiple times that you know who they are and that you've been to the bar. Seems like daily.
I did go to the bar last night, and the door girl goes, "You're here a lot now." And I was like, "Shut up. Shut up." And I walked in.
Seems like you need a mirror at your front door.
No, I have a ring cam, so I can see when I'm coming in and out.
No. But you can't see your. What do you look down at your phone and go like, "Am I going to go make good choices?" That's what I
Yes.
mean. The mirror is to look into your own soul, deep into your own eyes.
Well, I say I'm going out to support. Last night I supported Persuasion, a show that Angina was supposed to host, and she was on the flyer, but she never showed up.
Oh my God.
Next call.
Hi, gay guys. It's Cummy Tummy calling again. I was listening to an old episode where you guys were referring to a story you'd clearly told on the podcast that I just missed about Meatball and a hookup and hum inside of someone's shoe.
Yes.
I don't know what the story was, but I do know this. I was hooking up with a bitch one time. She was on the ground kneeling. I was on the edge of the bed, eating me out, finger blasting me. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. She's fingering me. I proceed to squirt. First of all, I Mozambiqued her, which I'm not too familiar with shooting drills, but I believe that's 1 to the head, 2 to the chest. So yeah, I Mozambiqued her, and then I shot off of the bed, and my squirt fell into her Doc Marten boot. I'm not even going to ask if that's gay. I'm just going to ask, was that gayer than your story? Bye, guys.
I don't even know where to begin.
Mozambiqued. 1 to the face, 2 to the chest. Can you do Google? I don't understand.
Squirting?
Squirt is just pee.
I
That's
didn't know
all
you could
begin
have
with.
that kind of control with the squirt. You know what I mean?
Well, it's because she was peeing. They were peeing.
You are so twisted.
So you do have that much control when you decide
Giving
that you're
1
going
to the
fucking,
face,
and
2 to
2
the
to the
chest.
chest.
Honey, 1 to the face, 2 to the chest. I don't even know how to respond to that.
I don't know either. I guess, is it gayer than what I did? Well, yours was accidental and mine was on purpose.
Came in the shoes and then pushed his feet in and squished them around and then walked on out.
Well, he came in my shoe. And then I was like, oh, huh. And then I put them on,
Squished around.
squished around, and wore them home.
There you go.
And then I stepped on a dead rat in them one time. No, I'm just kidding. Different pair of shoes. But remember when I stepped on that dead rat and like
And then
slid?
you just left your shoes.
Oh, left them out. And when I got home, my ex was like, "Where are your shoes?" Like I came in the door in socks. He was like, "Where are your shoes?" And I was like, "Funny story." Under a bridge in Silver Lake.
Hey guys, so a guy contacted me through Grindr wanting me to fist him. I pulled the I don't have any gas money. Can you give me $40? Get me there. And he said, yeah,
Everyone's
sure.
a sex worker.
Gonna get $40. Is it worth it? I'm just thinking right now. He is kind of cute, but I'm like, I should have asked for more, huh? Bye.
Well, now you're being a
Listen,
little bitch.
now you're being greedy.
By
If
taking
he
credit.
paid you, hey, listen, he paid you. You still have the right to say no.
Well, because all he
Or
paid
give
you
him
for
back
was
the
gas money, or
give him
send
the
back
money
the
back.
money.
Yeah, send back the money if you're not going to go over and do it. But honestly, like, I don't know from this call, like, have you fisted before? Or was this like going to be your first time?
Is it about fisting?
He said he's going to go over there and fist him. Play it again? Or am I high?
Hey guys, so a guy contacted me through Grindr wanting me to fist him.
Oh yeah.
I pulled the
Sorry. Fist.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're not that into fisting, but you were like, I'd try it for $40, and then the guy gave you $40, and now you're like,
And then you went,
I don't know.
nah.
Listen, if you don't do it, you gotta send the money back.
Yeah, send the money back. Don't be a bitch.
All right. You ready for the last call?
Sure.
Hi, you fucks.
No, I can't do that. Whatever.
Well,
that
hold on.
was.
No, play it. I want to, like, let us get to sentence 2.
Hi, you fucks.
I just left a hookup, and usual blow and go, get my ass ate, cool. I get there, start sucking his dick, and the guy asks me, hey, can I FaceTime someone? I'm like, you gotta show me who it is. FaceTime's this girl, this woman, not a girl, not a child, okay, a woman. And while I'm sucking his dick, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this is weird, but I came here to do a job, so I did, and incrementally he would get on FaceTime with her and then get off, and then get back on and get off. And the whole time, his dick never really got rock hard. And I realized that he had a gummy worm dick because when he came, he still wasn't fully hard. So, I asked after, and he was like, oh, that's just some girl who lives far and we like to do freaky shit. And I'm like, okay. But I stayed because what do? We stay. Goodbye.
Yeah, this guy is annoying. Were you visible on the FaceTime? I would have been not okay with that. There's this guy that keeps hitting me up on Sniffies like multiple times, and he keeps on being like, I want to suck your dick. And I'm like, great, you're hot. Let's do it. But then it'll always be like, but my mistress wants to be on Zoom watching. And I'm like, well, I don't want that because I don't know what you're actually up to. Like, are you recording this for like a chatterbait thing? Or it's like, are we going to be live? Is my face going to be in it? I have very recognizable tattoos. Like, I don't want that. But I'm always like, if it's just the two of us, no cameras, I'm down.
You have tattoos? Just kidding.
So no, I don't think you should have let him FaceTime that girl, and maybe he would have gotten hard. And also, if they're doing it in the heat of the moment, always say no. Because you don't know what they're up to. She could have been screenshotting it.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing.
I don't like being on camera. It's
yeah,
weird.
and when it's like if it's not discussed ahead of, if it is not between the two of you, like if it's a third party thing, like a camera, or oh, there's another person here, or can I get $40, or like anything that isn't about like, oh, what if I don't know, spit in your mouth, or what if I eat your ass, and that wasn't talked about beforehand. I feel like the physical stuff between two people that can kind of come up in the moment, but any other part of the scenario should be discussed ahead of time if you're hooking up with the stranger.
Absolutely.
So
So
yeah, a lot of stuff discussed today.
I think this might be one of our better Tuesdays.
Space,
aliens, poly,
pocket,
refrigerators, Polly Pocket.
a hard sleigh. All right. Well, maybe I'll see folks this Saturday at Drain Your Nut and in San Francisco on
And
Friday.
hopefully I'll see you all on Friday. For Fat Slut in San Francisco with all the divas and the dolls. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We love you.
That's not how you end the episode.
I hate poly people. I hate poly people.
No,
I hate
thank
poly
you
people.
so much for listening.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. You can send us an email at sloppysecondspot@gmail.com or call in with your own fuck talk story to 213 536 91 80.
And thanks for all the kind messages about the Girth Brooks episode. That was really fun. We got a ton of voicemails actually about it, but we didn't have time to play them today. So
I'll play one right now. But this is like the after the Marvel movie where you stick around for the trailers.
Hey Dipper, hey Meatball. I was just listening to the episode with Girth Brooks and hearing about that crazy interaction with that worker. I could not stop snapping when you said meth, and I was like, that 100% sounded like someone who was on a come down. The bathroom, as a former person who used to do that, definitely used to put myself in the bathroom when people were coming over, so I was like, oh my gosh, I hope Dipper gets out of this. Anyways, no crazy sex talk, just reacting and saying, that has nothing to do with you, Dipper, at all. You are one of the nicest people, and you are such an empath. You feeling bad about the choices that person made. Oh my gosh. And I'm so glad that both Girth and Meatball supported you in that moment.
Me too.
It's just so crazy how drugs can just make people go cray-cray.
Yeah,
But
Meatball.
anyways, love the show. Love everything you're doing. You guys are amazing. Goodbye!
It took me so long to figure out what he was talking about with the sex worker. That was
The
being weird.
website
Yeah, meth.
you are thinking of is called the Large Penis Support Group. It was recently reactivated this year. It was down for many years, and now it's back. The Large Penis Support Group. Girth Brooks. Thank you. Goodbye.
LPSG. Girth was trying to like remember a website where they were talking about him. Large Penis Support Group.
Well, that's what that stands for. Someone did send it to me, and they were like, "Here's
Hello.
this."
I just want to call in, say thank you for doing the Lort's work. I've got some questions. Will Mom podcast be organizing the Girth Brooks experiment? Is there like a application? Can I set up an appointment? I just want to know how I can get it on the ground floor with this. Again, thank you for, digging him up out of the rock that he was hiding under and bringing him back into the world. But yeah, I'd like to volunteer as tribute to Bob on that knob. Love the pod. Love the hair. Hope you win. Bye.
What are your guys' thoughts on Gay Party Page on Instagram? I feel like they're like compulsive liars, but they also know so much. I just want to see if you guys know who it is and your guys' thoughts.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say the guy who
I
runs
just played 5 voicemails in a row.
back to back. Okay, I have 2 things. Well, the guy who runs that page literally posted on his personal account like, "Oh, I hooked up with someone that looked exactly like Meatball. It was kind of crazy." And then I was like, "Oh, Send me a picture. I want to know what they look like. And then he proceeds to send me the picture of the ugliest human being I've ever seen in my life.
Well, this caller thinks that person is a liar.
I don't know if they're a liar, but I do think that they
all I know about them is they support our shit 1,000% and your shit 10,000%.
Yeah, I don't think that they're a liar. I think they know a lot of stuff because they are kind of in with a lot of.
Oh, so you know who they are?
Yeah, they come to the party. I've met them.
What was that bear gossip page that was going on around?
I don't know, but that was cunty. I never got into it. It died. It went away immediately.
Oh, see, I thought I got blocked.
No, it's gone.
So they could
but I'm
talk
sure
shit.
they talk shit about you. I'm sure they talk shit about me.
Are we gonna be like the read today and just like be a 2-hour episode?
I mean, I got nothing going on until 1:30.
Well, there is. Speaking of the read, there was this voicemail that I should.
The website?
No, this one.
Oh my God. Can we please talk about the fact that, okay, sorry. I'm a very eccentric dyke, and I really want to hear about this. And I want to know what the hell Meatball, Kid Fury in this same space. Holy shit. Worlds colliding. I need to know how that went. Good.
Tell us, Meatball, you're on the most recent episode of Monet's Slumber Party show on Dropout TV, and one of the people on that episode is Kid Fury, co-host of the Read.
I think I told you I was like gagged when I walked into the. So what happened that day was that we like got there and everyone was in their own little trailer, and so we didn't see anybody until we like walked into the studio. So I didn't know who else was there, and then when I walked in. That was filmed like the same day that video of me saying the I ate poop off some guy's dick to Trixie Mattel video came out.
I didn't see that.
Oh, where I said I told that story that I always tell. I sucked a dick and I said, "Ooh, what's that?" And he goes, "His ass."
Right, but
and then Trixie gets up off the sofa and walks away. It was like a clip from that thing.
From Slumber Party?
No. Okay, separately. So that day that we filmed that Slumber Party thing,
yes,
was
but you're
the
not giving
same
any
day-
context for the video of you and Trixie.
Yeah,
like
I'm trying. Let me finish. That was the same day that Netflix posted that video on Instagram. So it like went viral that morning. And so when I walked into the room, Kid Fury goes, "Oh, you're the queen that said the poop thing." And that was like the first thing he said to me. And I was like, "Yeah, you saw that?" And he was like, "I was just watching it in my trailer." And then we just like talked for a little bit. And then I told him I was a big fan of his podcast and that I was like very happy that he was so open about everything that he was going through in his life at that time. And he was like, "Yeah, moving to LA has been hard." And then it was kind of like time to get on set, and then we just like stood around in the back and weren't allowed to talk.
Got it.
But he was fun. I think there was like one part where I had to like talk about the game was like an old debate class where you were pro something or against something. And
right.
He was pro Beyonce and I was against Beyonce.
What?
And
well, they assigned it to you.
They assigned it to us. And so I had to go, I like literally was like, "Yeah, Miss Tina should have had an abortion." And like everyone just like fell out except for him. He just stared at me. But everyone else on set was like dying laughing. The director was dying laughing. And then later they came to me and they were like, "Can we use that? Are you okay with us publishing that?" And I was like, "Yeah, go for it." I mean, it was part of the joke.
You were
but
like,
yeah, he's like,
have you guys ever heard my podcast?
He's really fun. But we didn't really like do more than just like film that together. I didn't get his number. And like literally the minute we were done, he was out.
Yeah. Well, good for you, Diva.
Also, it was just announced. Well, I wasn't really, but Willem has a new show coming out on Out TV.
But you're a permanent judge.
I am a permanent judge, but if you go to the comments of that thing, I also think that they misuse the word judge because we're not judges.
Did you already film it?
No, we're filming it in October. So that's the other reason. All these strippers are pissed off being like, "Who are these two? They're not strippers. Why would they be judging?" And like, I can't really give full context, but like, There
it's
will be
also not the Olympics. It's a reality TV
but this
show.
one stripper is like dying, and he's like so mad, and he's like pissed off about it, and he's like in every comment, he's got all of his friends tagging him, and I was like, and in it, he's like, I should be there. Everyone's like, he should be a judge, and I go, well, let me tell you, the first way that you will never be a judge is by getting in the comments and being a brat the whole time through it.
Exactly.
And then having all your friends tag, being like, he should be a judge, and then arguing with the producers of the show in the comments. Baby, that's not how you're going to be a judge on the show. Okay. Okay. And maybe, and also, I'm like, I was asked to be there. Like, I didn't say like, yes, I know everything about stripping and like audition for it. I was asked to be a panelist.
Who's gonna do all your costumes?
I'm gonna get a couple from Godoy. Willem literally, when I got hired, sent me a text and was like, "This is the level of costume I'll be wearing." And I went, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am." So I have Fina
Not
already
those three little dresses you've been cycling through for the last 6 months.
Fina is on the human. Fina's on the human hair hunt for me. She's gonna get him from her source.
Get a
And
little
I'm gonna
bob.
have
Get a bob with the bump it. You know what wig shape you could bring back really nicely? Well, first of all, with a slight little like restyle, wear that Mija wig.
Oh yeah, I should get Miha to make me some wigs.
Yes, and then the Scream wig. That like bumped up bob is actually really fun.
Oh yeah, I wonder.
And
what that
you
is.
could also like turn up the I'm a top wig to an 11, like even
I
bigger
wonder
with
if-
the flip.
I wonder if she's still doing hair. 1-800 wig takeout.
Because you have to remember that like if you're gonna be seated at a judging panel, the like long hair doesn't play as much.
Well,
I'm just saying if you're gonna be seated, but like a little bob where you can like look left and right and nod like Brooklyn Heights.
That's my favorite meme. Is where it's like when me and the girls need to do coke. Just turning.
Meatball is nodding left and right with a funny look on her face for all of our audio only consumers because this episode is that.
Sorry.
All right, we've made it to the end
Damn,
of the
her wigs are
show.
$450 now.
Girl, you said, is she still doing wigs? Looks like it, Ernie.
Ooh, beach blanket bimbo. That's a cute one.
All right, let us be done.
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
For access to our full uncensored video episodes, ad-free and 1 day early, plus our monthly Sloppier Seconds episode, and all of Mom Podcast premium content, check out Mom Plus Gold at mompodcast.plus.
Sloppy Seconds is produced by Moguls of Media, aka Mom.
Hosted by Big Dipper and Meatball.
Technical direction by Margot Padilla.
Editing and sound design by William Pitts.
Show artwork by Christian Cimarroni.
Theme song by Mike Malarkey.
Media and design support by Stone Cole.
Executive produced by Willem, Alaska, Big Dipper, Camille Stennis, and Joe Cilio.
Recorded at Forever Dog Productions.
Ooh, his nipples are tiny.